about some just body positivity. No, I'm fat.
Yeah, pretty much.
My man. What's up,
Oh,
boy?
yo.
Good one. What's good with you, man?
You know, just chilling, man. Chilling. The everyday struggle.
Feel it.
Yeah, you know, work, been kicking my butt. But, you know, and I'm alive.
Let's dig over here. You seem like every other day I talk to you, it's just like, man, these niggas did it again. And I'm just like, oh, here we go. Man be over here with the ABMS every day.
Oh man, it's tough out here. I'm gonna keep it very tame, just because certain people might hear this. Yeah. Anyways, how you been?
Oh man, like you said, life, man, busy. I'm messing, as you can see, been messing around with the car a little bit,
No, it looks good. Looks good.
Appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, trying to get it ready and training per usual. Been trying to get a fight, bro. It's hard out here for a pimp. Don't nobody want to fight me. I'm just like, we had like I want to say it was like 3 or 4 guys that we tried to get a fight with, and they didn't want to take it.
What was it? What was the reasoning? Do you know?
I only know the reasoning for one, and the one was just like that he didn't have enough time to like prepare how, and it's just like, oh, he doesn't know enough about you. And I'm like, meaning what? And it's just like, all he knows is that he knows what your record is. And, he's just kind of like, oh, well, I need to do more intel on him. And I'm just like, dude, this is a fight. It's just like, what the fuck is, I'm not a fucking terrorist.
I'm gonna
fight. What do you need intel on?
Look, man,
either take it or
I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound crazy coming from me. Again, I've never, amateur fought in my life.
But it's amateur fighting.
Well, that's kind of the point I'm getting to.
There isn't footage like
dog. If that's your reasoning for not trying to take a fight, why are you fighting? Why are you fighting? Man. Like, that's my first thought right there. Like, you don't need to be doing this.
It's like, I don't scout nothing. That's like, all I get is hey, we got a guy, got a fight for you. He's this is his record. All I need to know is, what is his style? Like, what is he good at? And then I just kind of base my training around, or my preparation around that. Because when I train in all aspects, in all areas. So I'm just like, I don't tailor my training camp to, okay, guy's a striker, so all I'm going to do is work on striking. I'm still going to work on everything regardless of what they do. Because at the end of the day, I'm not really worried about what they do. I'm worried about what I'm going to do. So it's like, I don't necessarily tailor my camp for that. But I mean, it just lets me know basically what to look out for. So it's like, if I take a fight with a guy, he's a striker, it's like, okay, I know he's going to want to stay on the feet. He's going to want to strike. I also come from a striking background, so I'm just like, I can strike, but I know how to fight on the ground too. So it's is he more of a sprawl and brawl type of guy, or is he, like me? Like, I liken my style to that of, like, everyone always asks me that. They're like, what is your style closely associated? Like, if you were to pick a fighter that your style is similar to, who would it be? And I was like, mine would probably be Carlos Condit. It's like, I'm not going to try to take you down.
You're going to take what they give you.
Yeah. But it's like, if you take me down, I'm comfortable enough off of my back that I'm not going to get rattled and you might end up getting caught in something.
Yeah.
So it's like and on the feet, I knees, elbows, hands, feet, like I do it all. So I would say, Carlos Condit would probably be like the closest thing, because he was one of my favorite fighters coming up. Like I used to really fuck with Carlos Condit, like in his WEC days.
Yeah.
So I mean, well, he was good in the UFC as well. But I mean, I remember seeing him in his WEC days, and then he ended up winning the title in WEC as well. So I mean, he was one of the guys that I watched coming up. So I mean, I'd say him. I mean, George St. Pierre is a bit of a stretch because George St. Pierre tries to wrestle you. Like I don't really try to wrestle. I mean, can I wrestle? Yeah. I mean, is it the strongest part of my game? Not really. I mean, but I can take you down. I'm pretty decent at taking people down.
So let me ask you this: when are you hoping to try and get a fight? Just anytime?
I mean, shit. I've been trying to get one. It was just like I was trying to get one all last month, and it's just like nobody would take the fight, and I'm just kind of like, bruh, like there's like everyone that they would find to fight. It was just like they would throw out the, hey, we're looking to get a fight, and they wouldn't take it. So I'm just kind of like, all right, well,
yeah. It is what it is, man.
I mean, the first 2 fights that I had out here were easy to get because no one knew who I was. So it was just like, oh, well, they're thinking, they were probably thinking to themselves like, oh, he's probably a new guy that doesn't know what he's doing. Or they look at my age and they're like, oh, he's old, so he probably can't fight. And then they see, and it's just like, oh, wait a minute. Like the guys that I trained with were like that. They were just like, like the dude that you make fun of me about all the time, the one I broke his nose.
Yeah, man. Why'd you have to do all that?
Hey, man, his dumb ass did it. He ducked right into it. That's his own problem.
Oh, he pulled a Devin Haney. Like, walked right into the shot.
Bro, I'm just like,
I'll let you finish, but we got to talk about that situation.
Devin Haney?
Yeah. But go ahead and finish your point.
But yeah, I mean, it's, they probably thought that, I guess it's deceiving.
Mm-hmm.
They see it's like, oh, he's 37. He's probably old, and
they thought they were just gonna steam.
Right, it's gonna be easy, and then they see me, and they're just kind of like, oh, wait a minute, like he don't move or look 37, so it's like, all right, So
So going back to the whole Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, let me ask you this first and foremost: do you think Ryan cheated? Because I really don't think he did, to be honest.
I mean,
it doesn't, like, things aren't adding up. If he failed the first one before you fight,
it would have already been known.
Exactly. Why'd you let him fight?
Yeah, they wouldn't have let him fight.
I'm like, bro.
I'm not.
Now,
I'm not completely convinced.
Well, again, let me say this. Some aren't into conspiracy theories. He was talking a little too much.
Yeah, dude, have you seen his post-fight interviews?
Oh, yeah.
He basically fucking had everybody fooled, and everybody thought that nigga was crazy, but he was just like, nah, I was just trying to sell the fight.
But also, too, let's be real here, he was talking a little too much.
Yeah, he was bringing some wild shit out.
It's like, hey,
you need to relax, homie.
But no, I mean, honestly, though, what cracked me up was Devo Samuel had tweeted about Devin Haney. He's like, I mean, regardless, you got whooped. So what are you complaining about?
When I saw that fight was going to happen, I already knew that it was going to go that way. Because Devin Haney is a good boxer, but Devin Haney is very methodical. He's very pick your spot kind of guy. Like he's
so in a sense a one trick pony.
Well, he boxes in rhythm.
Oh, okay.
So it's like if you let him establish distance and establish his rhythm, you're gonna be in trouble.
Exactly.
Because
he's comfortable, right?
Yeah, he gets comfortable, but he's not really the strongest guy. He's kind of pillow hands, and I mean, he's not really the
Well,
fastest guy. And it's like
even
Ryan has the speed and the power.
Yeah, and
So,
even the funny part is though, like, nigga, first round he walked right into that left hand. I'm like,
and that to me is the shit that had me dying. Is that it's like, oh, all you got is a left hand. All you got is a left hand.
And you walked right
hit
into it.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you know that's all, if you saying that's all he got, you got hit with that shit a lot.
Exactly.
He dropped you on your ass with
and
that.
You was hugging on for dear life, man. Trying to hold on.
I'm just like, it's different when you talk that shit, but
yeah, you can't back it up.
It wasn't that he couldn't back it up. He just, I think he underestimated me.
Oh yeah, he did. But
I don't think that he thought that his speed was going to be what it
was.
Or his power.
But also the part I hated about that fight is, keep in mind, I'm not a boxing fan by any means. That fight had to be the worst fight I've ever seen in my life.
Why is it?
It's just like, you got one dude. Like, it truly looks so one-sided that it's like, well, now, of course, no. It's just because of the circumstances. Like,
I mean, Devin Haney was doing good.
Exactly, he was.
He got his ass rocked in that first
round. He bounced back.
The second, third, fourth.
That's why I say, from the look of it, it somewhat looked one-sided, just because he was hugging on the dude so much.
I mean, well, in those rounds where he had kind of established his rhythm, he was doing well.
He was.
But then, Ryan was like, all right, I'm about to come out. And then he saw something where he was able to capitalize.
That's kind of one of them. That's kind of one of them boxing matches that I use as ammo as to why I think MMA is better.
I mean, honestly, I think now that it's just like he was trying to get a fight with Tank.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
yeah. You don't need to be anywhere near Tank.
Right. I'm like, if you got your ass beat by Ryan like that, you don't even need to fight Tank.
If Tank can't beat, if Ryan can't beat,
Ryan couldn't even fuck with Tank.
Exactly. If Ryan can't do it and you can't beat Ryan, you don't need to be anywhere near him too.
I mean, but you can't necessarily say that. It's not like MMA math where it's like, oh, well, he couldn't beat him and he could beat him. So
all right, that's
he can't beat him. But I mean, but being realistic though, stylistically, Tank would kick Devin's ass.
Yeah.
Like I don't think Devin has a shot against
him.
Oh
yeah, because Tank one of them fighters, like, I don't care if I'm pulled out of here on a stretcher.
Like Tank has like Devin Haney is, he's tall and rangy.
Mm-hmm.
But, he's, like I said, pillow hands.
Yeah.
He ain't got a lot of power. He's not really that fast.
Yeah.
So he struggles with guys that have the speed and power. And Tank definitely has speed and power.
I'll say this too. So. The best thing Devin Haney did was that Fear of God boxing kit that he had. That was probably the best thing that he did all weekend. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, but I don't know. And I wanted to show you these. Any guesses to what they are?
What is it?
You're gonna look at me like, really, nigga?
It's a shoe?
Yeah. Well, technically.
What is it, that Yeezy sock thing? Man, my homeboy is Davon ordered a pair of these things and he's still waiting on them.
Yeah, I was surprised I got mine. Well, here's the thing though. So
I'm surprised my boy Huey ain't got a
pair. Originally, they were $200.
This was $200.
Originally. He dropped them down to $20. Yeah, so that was the only reason why I dropped. That was the only reason why I got them, because they were $20. I want to make a funny video with them. So yeah, but I tried them on the other day. They're not bad. Like, I'm glad I actually didn't size down like I was trying to do, because they actually fit perfectly.
What size is it?
So it goes 1, 2, and 3. 3 is like the biggest size, and I think it covers like anywhere from like a 10 to like size 13.
And that's a 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, I mean, they're not bad though. It's just, realistically, all I see him as is he's trying to recoup some money from the whole Adidas thing.
I mean, I would probably wear them like around the house, maybe.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, I'm like,
it would be cool to train me.
Exactly. I really just got them as a joke. That's really it.
I'm about to say shit. I might have to borrow those.
They're still available. You can get a pair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For 20?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not paying $200 for.
Oh no. But I mean, like I said, they're okay. I only got them just as a joke.
It's interesting.
Yeah,
it's interesting. Because I know everybody was talking about them, and I'm like, I haven't seen them in person yet until now, and I'm like, that I don't know, that's not something that I would wear out in public.
Agreed.
I'm just like, no, come on, dog.
Agreed.
It's like you can't walk. I mean, honestly, if you were to walk into certain stores, they probably wouldn't even let you the fuck in with that. Be like, because they always say that you got to have shoes on, and you come in there with socks. They're like, Nick, you got socks on? Oh, it's got a sole on the bottom. It's different. Like, no, nigga, that's a sock. You got socks on, bro. I mean, I don't think that would matter, but I could see somebody, you walking into a store or something, and somebody, oh wait, you can't wear those. You got to have shoes on in here. Like, bro, what do you mean?
Yeah.
It's a shoe. No, it's a sock. Or it just has rubber on the bottom of it.
Nah, I feel you. Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of those things you remember when we were kids. You have like those socks that you wear inside the house that's got like the little rubber things on the bottom of them so you don't slip.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah. I feel you. Did you cop the military blues?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, Tim was asking earlier. I didn't cop them. So.
Yeah, no, I mean, I hit on the shock drop.
Oh, yeah, that is right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I hit
so, what do you think overall?
I like them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like them.
Anything else you looking into getting? We were already talking to Futura Labs, SBs.
Those Futuras, those things are so sick.
Yeah.
I definitely want those. Those, talking about this month?
Well, just this month, next few months.
The Rio 3s, the Balvins, those are tough. The Olympic 6s. And I really want a pair of 17s. Because they're dropping the lightning pair at the end of this month, and then
Please tell me you're not about to pay that $230 or whatever they are.
Nigga, they $300.
Oh, yeah, I'm not paying.
I'm like, boy, $300. I'm like, why is it $300? Like, I don't think they're gonna sell. Honestly, I mean, people are gonna buy them still, but I don't think that they're gonna sell out or anything like that. Not for $300. But yeah, I do want a pair though. I want the UNC pair. Because I think they come out in August. And I'm like, those are tough. I like them a lot. I had them when they came out the first time. I was in high school and I had those and I liked them. But, mine fell apart. So,
I feel you.
I'm like, I want a new pair. Yeah. I'm just like, $300 is a little heavy. So I'm like, I don't know. They might go on sale before I get them.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
300 is crazy.
These are like my latest pickup that I've had. Other than that, I just haven't really cared too much about shoes. It's kind of like, that whole conversation about has
sneakers gotten boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that it really has gotten boring. I just think that now,
like all the
hype beast and the people that really
culture vultures.
Yeah, the culture vultures. I think they're just all being exposed right now. Like, I don't think that it's because they're the main ones saying that it's boring, and I'm just like, it's boring for you. It's that you ain't about this shit.
Yeah,
it's like you're just in it for how much money you can make.
And well, also too, it's like it's not even about money, like only money. It's like they're not getting the more so
the validation for it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like now.
But also too, it's like I will, because I got into a good conversation with my first Kicks pod on Twitter, and we were talking about it, and I had said,
what the fuck is that?
huh?
Is that that's like a person?
Yeah. Because he had tweeted, if someone tells you sneakers is boring because the content they watch is the same thing over and over, who's to blame? I responded, just my opinion. This question requires a bit more conversation. My answer would be a bit of both. So, we get into it. And he kind of asked me to expound on it. So I said, me personally, I don't care too much for majority of sneaker content on the internet, but also that's because I make sneaker content myself. I feel a lot of sneaker content now isn't really genuine, and that's what makes it boring for me.
Well, yeah, I mean that's kind of the same thing for me too, as well. Is it's like it's not genuine. It's like you're basically just talking about some shit because you think that that's what everyone wants to hear. It's like you're not giving open and honest feedback about how you feel.
Exactly.
It's like you're just trying to get the clicks and get the engagement on your pages or whatnot. So you're just coming out with the hype shit or what you think everyone else is.
Exactly.
Basically, you go on here and look at all of your sneaker YouTuber guys that you look at or whatever the case may be, and you see what they're doing, and then you just do what they're doing.
Exactly.
Because they're getting views and they're getting likes and they're getting engagement.
So you basically copy
off them. Yeah. And I'm like,
because I mean, trash. It's like even this little bit I do watch of sneaker YouTube, it's like I really only watch like guys like Seth Fowler and Kusto, but I mean, they're into other stuff. So that's why I watch them.
I watch certain people just to, like if they're doing a review,
like or Fresh Kicks as well. He's into cars and
yeah, Fresh Kicks, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you know who? Did you know Nightwing?
A little bit.
Well, he's Wear Testers now.
Yeah,
he used to be known on the Nike Talk and stuff as Nightwing. And
yeah, I like watching him.
Yeah, I watch his reviews on stuff. And
yeah, but I mean, really though, because even I said too, like, of course, somebody could think my content is boring too, so I have to accept that, and it is what it is. But that's kind of what got me to start trying to do what I do. Like how I run Sneaker of the Year. I don't want to just have influencers and like famous people, because how can I really take your word for it when you can get whatever you want?
Right, exactly.
Like, are you saying it's dope because you actually like it, or are you saying it's dope just because somebody gave it to you?
Facts.
Or you're being forced to say you like it?
I mean, I like nowadays it's goes back into the whole like the UA culture being as popular as it is now.
Yeah.
Because now we can do what the famous people do. Yeah. It's like famous people could get friends and family pairs and shit like that we couldn't even dream of owning. But now with the UA market,
but also,
it's like you can get all of that same shit.
Let's be real for a second. Most of these famous people are getting UAs.
Yeah, fuck yeah, they are.
Exactly. So like I don't get why people like to hate on, us common folks for doing the same exact thing. I mean, I will say this. Me and you don't own a single UA that we know of, but at the same time, I think we both kind of came, since we started talking to a lot of UA guys, like we're cool with them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. That's what.
But of course, also too, I think that comes from, hey, it's not our business to be speaking on with what somebody else does. So we're not going to sit here and bash it.
I'm not a pocket watcher for real.
Exactly.
So, I don't, if that's what you want to spend your bread on, you go right ahead.
I mean, hey, we just saw a nigga at the mall today with some UA Dior ones.
Facts, right. He had the full UA outfit on, bro. He had on some Dior Jordan 1s, one of them fucking Armani Exchange t-shirts. It's like, come on, dog. Like the fucking belt buckle and shit. You know what I'm saying? He had the full UA drip head to toe.
Yeah. So
and I'm just like, all right.
I just look at it from the perspective of, where does a line get drawn? And I know we said a million times we wouldn't talk about this UA stuff anymore, but yeah, sadly, it's a conversation. Where does the line get drawn in terms of like when do we all just collectively say we don't care anymore? Just do whatever.
You're not going to get to that point because there's always going to be somebody hating.
Yeah,
there's always going to be somebody,
I just don't get it though, because it's like, bro,
that shit.
How are you gonna hate when you can get it too?
Yes. There's always those people that come out and they're just kind of like, oh well, even if they know you personally and they know that your collection is legit, if you buy a UA of something, they're gonna automatically, or they're just gonna be like, oh well, you got a UA, that means your whole collection is fake. And it's like, nigga, that's not true.
But also too,
but you're gonna do that anyway. But
also too, I tell people all the time, how many shoes have you bought from StockX? Oh, a couple. StockX did get hit with that whole UA thing, so I know those aren't UAs. Like, hey, I've said I think my medium curry is actually UA because the way that it fits, it honestly does not fit like a 10. It fits more like a 10.5. But we know not all of them came from the same factory. It was different factories.
Most mass-produced Nikes are that way. Yeah, they come from like 3 different places.
Yeah, so the cut is very different. So I think that's a UA actually, but it is what it is at the end of the day.
I mean, it could not be.
Exactly.
You never know. I mean, it's just like I say with people that buy these shoes from these resale stores. I'm just like, how do you know that ain't?
Yeah, and there's a couple out here. I'm not going to say no names, but they've been possibly selling UAs.
I mean, I think all of them do. They're not going to tell you that. But I mean, you go in there and you see certain shit in there, and it's kind of like, bro, come on, man. Like,
I mean, I think there's some. I think there's some that they're just so good now they slip through the cracks.
Yeah, I mean but that's how it's been. Like a lot, but I mean they just weren't as widespread.
I mean, I'm just saying, bro, you can't tell me that like eBay girl.
Yeah, facts.
Like, you can't tell me just off that. Like, bro, like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, like, I mean, but they do.
Yeah.
They claim they do.
Yeah, but I don't know. Hey, what do I know?
She's still doing it.
Yeah, hey,
she's still in business.
Hey, kudos to her.
Somewhere.
Kudos to her.
She don't work for eBay no more, but she's somewhere still. She still does videos.
Hey, kudos to her. She got a job. She's making money. I can never knock that.
You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I just think sneaker authentication is a fraud. Like, it's not real. It's just an excuse.
I think it's only real to some degree.
That shit is all fraud, man. It's like you can't. What are you really looking at?
Unless like it's like clear as day fake, like you get Jordan 1 and it got the Shaq Dunk Man on it.
Yes, okay, right. But these UAs that are out now,
or it's like
so good that it's like
you over here looking like, hey, bro. Why your Jumpman look like Stephen Curry though?
Right. Or like, why your Jumpman look like the Michelin Man? It's just like, that ain't right. You got a marshmallow Jordan symbol, nigga. What the fuck is that? But hey, it's the stuff now though is so good that it's like you can't tell anymore. So
like, I tell people all the time, like, bro, if you ask me if it's real or fake, I honestly can't tell you.
Right, you wouldn't be able to. I mean, it's but that's how it should be. If you doing that, then that means that it's quality.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if you're getting good quality stuff, then it would, like, to me, I'm like, what does it matter?
Also, too, like,
does it matter?
I tell a lot of my homies that have young kids, I'm like, honestly, go buy the fakes for your kids.
Buy UAs, because they gonna fuck them up anyway.
Exactly.
Just don't buy them no UA and no crazy shit.
Yeah.
Because people do know. Like, all right, honestly, these sneaker events, when these motherfuckers have these tables that have Air Mags and Freddy Krueger dunks and all of this other shit, that it's like, come on, dog. What do you think that is?
Speaking of, we got GotSole next weekend.
Yes, sir.
Oh boy. So I've heard they do their thing when it comes to not letting people sell
Bullshit.
UAs.
You go on their
So
page.
they claim.
You go on their page and you see motherfucker videos on there and niggas got Freddy Krueger dunks and Air Mags. And you're like, oh, dog, first off, we'll use the Air Mags for example. That shoe is almost 40 years old. There is no way in fuck that you have a shoe intact that's that old, that's never been worn. There's no way.
Crazy, right?
Every one of them motherfuckers, unless you keep that damn thing in a hyperbaric chamber or some shit.
Some dry ice or something.
Right. There is no fucking way that you're gonna have a DS pair of Air Mags that look that fresh. Unless it's fake. But
or it's like I say all the time, like I remember somebody asking like about some Paris Dunks. Like it's crazy how everybody has these $10,000+ shoes. I tweeted back because most of them are fake.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, bro, truth be told, I'm cool with anybody getting a UA of the Paris Dunk because, bro, how long ago did they come out? Like it's been at least like a decade or two.
Yeah. So I want to say they came out, what is like the early to mid 2000s?
Yeah, like so that. It's like, you know, at this point, exactly. I was like, you know what? I'm curious just because it's like that shoe is so old. They've never re-released it, which I honestly don't get why.
They're not going to.
They should.
I mean, well, the way they were made is like they had like an actual piece of a painting.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they're
2002.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Nigga, an 8.5 on GOAT, which is like looks like to be the only size for sale. Nigga, 80,000. I need to see this.
80. Sheesh.
80,000. How can you tell me that's real? Like,
could be.
It very well could be.
And them motherfuckers probably, yeah, I bet you as soon as you wear them, they're going to fall the fuck apart because they don't look like they've been worn at all.
See? Like,
yeah.
Like,
bottom's a little ashy.
Exactly.
So it's like you can tell they've been sitting for a really long time.
Kept them like that.
Oh, yeah, he kept them sealed. Okay, that makes sense to me.
Yeah. But still.
They got a size 10 on StockX.
Oh, okay.
$178,000.
Yeah, and then a size 6 is going for like $62K. So it's like a shoe like that.
178 grand.
Yeah, so a shoe like that, I'm perfectly fine if you get a UA.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I'm perfectly fine regardless if that's what you want to do with any shoe. I don't care.
Right.
But like, if I was a UA hater, for real, I would honestly feel a little crazy hating on somebody for getting a UA of a shoe that A, came out 2 decades ago, B, is over 50K.
Right, fact, yeah. Keep that over 50K.
Like, bro, if you pay 50K for some shoes, that's weird. Like, there is a point where you got to be looking at yourself like, what am I doing?
Yeah, I mean, first off, I would never spend 50 grand on a shoe ever. Even if I could afford to do that, I would never.
Yep. And I know we're going to get some niggas talking about, oh, so y'all supporting UAs? No, we're supporting just making the best decision for you, dog.
Right. Okay. It's just like I told like a couple of my homeboys. I told you this story before about my homeboy in back east in Virginia, the one who spent this is back when Nike Yeezys were fairly cheap compared to what they are now. He spent $3,500 on a pair of red Octobers. This nigga live at home at his mama house in the basement, and he don't have a car. But he spent $3,500 on a pair of fucking sneakers.
That's crazy.
Like that to me is dumb. And if y'all do that, that's dumb.
I look at it like this: if you already got everything situated, and you buy it for that price,
Yeah, I mean,
I look at it as an investment.
One of my homeboys did it. He got every color of the Yeezy ones and twos, but he had his own place, the car, and he spent around $3,000, 3,500 on his red Octobers when he bought them. But he was, he had his shit together. The other friend had none of his shit together. He took the fucking bus to buy sneakers because he have a car.
That's crazy.
I'm like, bro, you are wilding right now. And I mean, he would get like everything.
Yeah. So
I mean, that's
hey, to each their own. I'm not doing that. I do want to get back to a GotSole though, real quick. Any expectations you have
about what?
GotSole.
Like, what about it?
Just the show in general.
I mean, I guess it's gonna be decent. I heard they have good shows.
Yeah, same.
I've never been to a GotSole, so I guess we'll see. But I mean, I'm expecting to see the same shit that I see at any other shoe shows.
Exactly.
Tables full of
dunks. Well, actually, just what's hot right now.
It's gonna be not only that, but there's gonna be tables full of fake shit that they're saying is real. Yes, motherfuckers, I'm talking to y'all. If y'all see this video, y'all did have these tables with like 3 pairs in each size of fucking off-white Jordan 1s. Like, get the fuck out of here. It's like nobody has that many pairs of off-white Jordan 1s. Like, come on, man.
It's going to trip me out because a few Choras come out that weekend.
Yeah.
If you have a full size run of those, I'm really going to be side-eyeing.
Nah, it's one of them like, who do you know?
My point, though, exactly.
Because it's like who backdoored you those? Because I'm like, I don't think they make a UA at it.
So. No, they already do.
Do they?
Yep.
Damn.
Soul Priority already posted them.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Damn. I say shout out to Soul Priority.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
Soul Priority cool as fuck.
It's the homie, man.
I didn't see that, but yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, he posted them today. I'm like,
dude, how does it look?
It looked okay. It looked okay. I mean, well, of course, I've never seen a pair, so I'm like, I can only go off pictures, but it looked okay.
I'm curious though.
So part of me was like, well, also too, part of me still wanted to start buying dunks just to put them in the microwave just to piss everybody off.
Or just buy the UA ones.
Oh, I'll buy. Hey, look, if I can find some real ones, I'll do it too. Like,
put them in the microwave. Like, yeah, nah, you could get like a UA pair, put them in the microwave and fuck them up, and do a video on it, and so watch the comments go fucking nuts.
Oh yeah.
Put them in the microwave for like 5 minutes. Till you're like, damn, what happened to this shit? And they're like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, that would be fucking hilarious.
Oh man.
You would have motherfuckers in the comments tripping.
Oh yeah.
We're like, what is going on?
Speaking of, so Yuto just released a new dunk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pictures of it.
The first one?
Oh, I think it is, honestly. Have you not seen them? Oh, here, I got you.
I like the first one. The first one he put out was dope.
Yeah, so when I saw these, I posted on my story, as Sneed this, I'm gonna have to get a pair to put in the microwave.
Oh yeah, those are decent.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I actually like them more than the first one.
I don't know about that.
Nah, man. Something about that green, man. I'm telling you.
That's a toss up right there. I don't know. That is clean. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's a dunk I'm gonna need. Release next spring. Say less.
Oh yeah, you got time.
Exactly. Yeah, but I mean, there's a couple of things I'm looking. Well, mainly with back to GotSole real quick. I just want to see the vibe of it because, truth be told, I would like to work with him and possibly try to, do something, whether it's a, quick panel with a few sneaker people out here.
Mm.
I would definitely like to do something like that in the future, but also I just really want to like see the vibe that they have, because I mean I've heard GotSole is actually way better than SneakerCon, so I want to see for myself.
I heard they took over, because I mean SneakerCon used to be the shit back in the day, but I heard it kind of died out a little bit.
Yeah, but more so, I just want to do something like that just to show people, like, hey, Arizona does have a good like sneaker community out here, but it's just certain things have to kind of fall in place correctly. And of course, too, I know people are gonna look at me like, well, how can you do it? You don't even have that big of a following. It's like, hey, look, I'm cool with anybody else doing it. I just want the idea to be put out there.
Right.
That's all I care about. Yeah, so we'll see.
We'll see what it do.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it'll be good. I mean, I haven't been to a sneaker show in a while.
Yeah, same.
Like, well, that was that one that we went to, but that wasn't really nothing crazy. The one we went to in was that Chandler?
Oh, that was Mesa. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
We were hanging out with with homeboy and his sister.
Yeah,
that one was kind of.
It was
yeah. I mean, it wasn't really that big. Like, as far as going to a big one, I think the last time we went to a big one was SneakerCon, like a couple years ago.
Yeah,
the one that was downtown. I was like, I think that's the last one that we really went to, and that was when was that? Was that 2022?
I think so.
Yeah, so I mean, it's been a minute.
No,
so, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I think it'll be cool. You know, like I said, tables full of fakes. We gonna see those. I mean, come on, man. Like, be realistic. If you're gonna have a table, be realistic. Put like maybe one or two Chicago off-white ones on the table.
Even if you told, like, they asked you, like, oh, you got on the other side, if you just pull nigga to the side, like, yeah, I got a couple extra. Like, at least it's a better look.
You put them all out there.
Yeah.
It's just like, dog, come on. Like, nobody has 10 sizes of a fucking off-white Chicago one. Anybody who has that many pairs of that shoe is gonna be looked at. That's suspect. Like, no way. I mean, I have a pair of off-white Chicago ones, and that wasn't an well, that's actually my second pair. The first one that I had, I got right after it came out, and I don't know, I didn't like it. I was like, it just feels cheap. And then
it is.
I ended up with another pair, and same thing. It's still, And then Virgil ended up dying, like, not too long after. So, because after I got rid of the Chicago, the first pair that I had, I got the UNC pair. And I actually like the UNC pair better.
Oh, that is the best pair quality-wise.
Yeah, I think that's the best out of it's more wearable than
it's proven it is.
Because it's like that material that's over the toe is made out of like a different material.
Yeah.
And it's less of a dirt trap than the one that's on the Chicago. Like the Chicago, that shit is dirty. And
the problem is there were some of the off-white Jordans, like, because I tried to clean the Sale Jordan 5. Is that Sale?
Oh, the piss yellow one?
Yeah. So I tried to clean one time for Majay Sanders, who did play for the Cardinals at the time. And that toe box, how it was such a dirt trap. Like, I had to tell him, like, bro, like, I can't get that spot out, because he spilled some hookah ash on it.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's like, the wonder that I even did was already incredible, but it's like there was one tiny little spot I just could not get to because it was so deep in the toe box.
Yeah, it's like the dirt gets trapped underneath that shit. And it's like I got rid of my white joints. I traded them for my Cause 4s.
Nah.
I was like, I don't know. I traded them. Yeah, I traded them for my Cause 4s. I kept my black ones, though. The black off-white 5s or the dark gray or whatever.
Yeah. No, those are cool.
I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. What are you planning on wearing to the joint?
I don't know, honestly. I really don't.
I'm curious of what I'm gonna do. I was like, I thought about being a dickhead and wearing these.
You should.
Everyone is gonna be what?
You should. You should.
I'm like, because this, I bet you anything, this is gonna be the only pair of those in there.
Yeah,
hands down. Like it ain't gonna be nobody else with these on the table or on foot.
Yeah, you should. You might as well. No, I'll probably look in the archives, see what I got.
I was like, either these could break out the Dornbickers.
Yeah.
But the Dorn, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be at least somebody with the Dornbickers. Like,
truth be told, I think I would wear those because, like you said, you hardly ever see those anymore.
Yeah.
So you might as well.
I'm like, I might have to wear them out.
So, yeah, mine will be a surprise. I probably won't decide till that day, actually. So, moving on. The great Drake versus Kendrick battle. So look, I'm gonna say like this. I have it 4-1-1 with Kendrick winning right now.
Yeah,
because there is a tie in there. Most people won't admit it, but I think there's a tie in there.
Yeah, I mean Drake had a couple joints, but
I mainly give
out of all of them, I
mainly give him his win with that tailor-made freestyle because yes, I get it was AI, but the disrespecting.
No, that one that he did, the AI, the one with
the Tupac
and Snoop.
I'm like, that's the only win I give him because I'm like, yeah, you really like
that was different.
You woke up the bear with that.
That was different. I was like, yo, that's crazy. So you had your people. Some people went a little bit too far with it though.
In terms of
like, it was a couple of cats I know that was onto it, and they're like, oh man, like he bodied Kendrick with that. Like Kendrick's career is over. You know, they were like going crazy, and
who said this?
I'm like, boy, like it is not that serious.
Who
like,
said this?
Need y'all to relax.
Who said this?
There's a couple of my homeboys.
Oh, God.
They might have been just joking.
I feel like they were trolling, but if they weren't,
they had
y'all niggas are crazy.
I'm like, it's not that serious.
Talking about this man's career is over.
His career is over. I'm just like, yo, chill.
See, those are the OVO goons that I be talking about.
The OVO goons
or the OVO throat goats.
Ah, man. I mean, you already got guys that's talking about all. Like when he first dropped that shit, it was like, oh, that's the greatest diss track of all time, and I'm like, what? Whoa,
chill out. Better than No Vaseline. Better than Ether.
Yeah,
better than Hit 'Em Up. Like,
not even close.
Hey,
not even
Control. The Control verse wasn't even really a diss, but better than that.
Yeah,
like,
not even in the same ballpark.
Like, come on.
I'm like, nah, it ain't.
But it's honestly, though,
it was good.
I look at it like this. You know, the beef is good for the competitiveness, but now, like, how far it's gotten to where, like, they going at each other's throats. No Diddy. Yeah. I don't know now. I don't know.
Nigga, stop. Drake is not about to shoot nobody.
Oh, I know he ain't about to shoot nobody.
Drake is not like that.
No, but I'm talking in terms of like, you know, like
he ain't that guy.
No, I'm talking in terms of like, oh, you're a woman beater. Well, you're a pedophile. I'm like,
it ain't gonna be no. I don't think that it's really gonna turn into like no real, actual like street beef. Like I don't think it's gonna get that far.
It shouldn't.
I mean, Drake is not that guy. Like he ain't. You know, he tries to act like he's a hoodlum, but let's be real. I mean, come on, he's not. Drake is not that person. He tries to act like it, but I mean, I think it's all just a facade, man. I'm like, if you look at Drake, like, he didn't come up the way that most rappers come up.
Exactly.
He was already famous when he started rapping. He was an actor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's like he was already, you know, somebody that was, you know, a somebody when he started rapping. He didn't just come out of nowhere with this shit. And I mean, look at, they're like the homeboys talking about his parents and everything, you know, is it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's a Nepo baby. Most people don't know that.
What?
Nepotism, a Nepo baby.
Oh yeah, I mean, his dad was a musician.
Yeah.
But, I mean, but yeah, everyone like just talking about it in the.
Denzel said it best in that DBZ. 5 rings to my hand, Moto Masashi, working to get bigger than the nigga who started in Degrassi.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey.
I mean, but Drake is like everyone's always talking shit about his color and making it a racist thing now, and it's just like, man, it ain't got nothing to do with the color. It's just got something to do with the fact that Drake is half white.
Well, Jewish, but yeah, if we really want to get technical,
is his mom or not? Is his mom white? Yes, she's Jewish, but Jewish people.
It's not white. It's not even about that though. It's just.
I guess they're trying to sit there and say to this.
Let me ask you this.
He's trying to steal, he's trying to like snatch Drake's black card. Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I mean, he's only half black.
Well, I mean, even then, though.
That's I mean, what are you talking about?
People like to say I'm a Drake hater, but no, like, I'm not a big, like, Drake has made great music. I think we can all collectively sit here and say that.
I mean, Drake to me,
he's just corny. Like, that is literally all it is. He's just corny.
I mean, Drake to me is like this. He is like, I like Drake, like early Drake, especially.
Yes.
But I mean, like I'd say after nothing was the same. Really, it's like he just kind of went on to some different.
Really, mine is if you're reading this, it's too late. Like that's when I just stopped caring so much.
I mean, that was a different album.
Mm-hmm.
It was a different tone for him.
Yeah.
He was like angry. And like most of the shit on if you're reading this is too late, he was like mad. That's the way he came across to me. It was just he just came across like he was mad. And I'm like, what you mad at, dog? Like like you doing well right now. Like, why are you mad? But he came across like he was just mad. It's like a lot of angry music. And then, I mean, I like some of his other stuff after that too. Like he had a couple of joints, like what was it, the More Life? Yeah, he had a couple of good joints on there too, like Portland and Do Not Disturb, and man, it was a few joints on that album that was good. I mean, he puts out decent projects. I'd say, honestly, man, who was I talking to about this shit? This was like a few months ago. Somebody said that like Scorpion was his best work, and I'm like,
I've heard that before. I think it's an absolutely crazy take.
I don't think so.
Like, truth be told, like out of the most recent albums, I think Certified Lover Boy is actually his best work. I think it is.
I didn't like that one either.
That's fair, but
I mean, honestly, a lot of his newer stuff, I'm not really a fan.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying in terms of like, it's a project I could really sit down and listen to. Certified Lover Boy got it, in my opinion.
I mean, I do. Is it better than was it For My Dogs?
Oh yeah, that was For All My Dogs. Yeah, that was trash.
Yeah,
I think Views is trash, to be honest. And I mean, it's not even the fact that it's bad. It's just the fact that there's only a couple songs I like. Scorpion only has like 1 or 2 songs that I really care for.
What is the one joint that he put out with the car on the front? Was it Care Package?
Oh yeah, but that was just a bunch of like
a mixtape.
Yeah, and a bunch of like old songs that are finally on streaming networks.
I didn't know that one. I've never heard that one joint that he had on there. Was it Club Paradise?
Oh yeah,
I think that was a new one because that wasn't on any of his albums that I remember.
Probably.
I was like, I never heard that one.
Yeah, so I mean,
it did.
But also too, so I was talking with my boys last night, and I was telling them, here's the difference between Drake and Kendrick. Think about these diss tracks that Drake
is a real rapper.
Well, not even just that.
Drake
though.
is an entertainer.
It's not even just that though. Think about these diss tracks that they have both made. Drake is a hit maker. So by the time we're already so invested in the one hit, he's already on to the next one. So we forget about him quickly. Kendrick's music literally lasts for like a good amount of time to where we remember it all the time.
Yeah.
Because he's more of an artist compared to Drake.
Well, he puts out music. He doesn't put out as much.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know, it's like.
But also, too, that's what always gets into my argument. Like, is it really good that somebody's as active as Drake is? Yes and no. Because it makes you forget about some of their work quicker.
Honestly, for me, I don't forget. I just think that his older work was just better.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
I'm like, if you listen to Drake, like his debut album, even Thank Me Later.
Yep.
It's like if I would take Thank Me Later over anything he's put out like in the last.
Yeah, or Take Care,
like Take Care, Thank Me Later, fucking So Far Gone. I'm like any of those three are to me, that was when he was at his best.
Oh yeah.
It's like those. I mean, even Nothing Was the Same was up there,
top tier.
But like anything past that, it's kind of hit or miss.
Versus like Kendrick. Let's be real here. His worst project is Untitled Remastered.
Yeah,
and it's still not even a bad project. Mm-hmm. That's what's funny about it.
I had a
like I actually really like that
conversation talking about that too, and they said that they were saying that Good Kid, Mad City was trash.
Oh, I remember you telling me.
Like,
I remember you telling me about this. I thought that was the craziest.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't just him.
Yeah,
you talking about Old Boy?
Yep.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I'm like, it wasn't him. It wasn't.
No,
just
but
him.
I've heard
it's a few people that say
I've heard people try to say it, and it's like, let's be real here. If Macklemore doesn't get that Grammy, Good Kid, Mad City gets that Grammy.
Fuck that. Good Kid, Mad City should have got it anyway.
Oh, I agree. But that's a whole.
More even said that he felt like he should have got it.
Oh yeah, but that's a whole different conversation for another time because I can explain to you exactly why the Heist got it. But that's a whole different conversation.
Radio friendly.
Well, not even just that though.
They were trying to push him.
Oh, okay. We'll have this discussion. No, that's not fully why. It's because he was one of the few artists that was not signed to a big label. Heck, I think he was independent, actually.
He was.
Yes. He was independent, and the numbers that he did are numbers that only people that are signed to major labels do.
Yeah,
that's why he got it. Now, don't get it twisted. I think it was a good album.
It was. It was good.
Yeah. Did it deserve it over Good Kid, Mad City? No.
Yeah,
but I got to give props where they're due. I mean, the dude did crazy numbers.
Yeah, it was a good album.
Yeah.
It was.
So, that's the only reason why it got that Grammy.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
Yeah, it's not the fact that Macklemore's white, because I know people are going to say that.
Of course.
It's not the fact that it's radio friendly. No, it's just the fact he was an independent artist that did crazy numbers.
The radio friendly part of
it helps. It does
because
but also too,
get the music.
It's like when people argue, "Oh, how did Cardi B's Invasion of Privacy get it over, Nipsey Hussle's album?"
Because Bodak Yellow was crazy.
But Bodak Yellow was actually a really good album too. That's what's crazy about it.
Bodak Yellow was everywhere.
Because let's be real here. Did you have any expectation for Cardi B for a full album?
No.
I had none whatsoever. I was working at Carvana when that album came out.
Because I remember watching her on Love and Hip Hop.
Yes.
And then when they said she was about to make an album, I was like, wait, what?
Nigga, here's the funny part. So, literally, I was just walking around in the lot at work, just listening to that album. Like, the first listen, I was already like, for somebody I had no expectations for, this is a very well put together album.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It was not bad at all.
Niggas thought I was crazy for saying that. But I'm like, bro, like.
She got that single, that Bodak Yellow, man. And it's just like Bodak Yellow put it up there. But the album, though, that Invasion of Privacy, it was decent.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
for it being somebody who, you didn't even think was going to rap.
Exactly.
Right? It was like she's a TV star and all of this, putting out an album.
Yeah, so hey. But going back to Drake and Kendrick, I mean, I just look at it like this. Kendrick is winning I honestly don't see how he could really lose. That's just me being honest.
I don't
And
think
keep in
Kendrick,
mind,
I don't think Kendrick could lose. Honestly, I don't.
yeah,
No, neither one of them have really put that knockout blow.
exactly.
Out. It's more just kind of like
I will say Kendrick got close with Meet the Grams. He got pretty close.
Meet the Grams was close.
Because keep in mind, I've tried to be completely unbiased as possible. Because I've fully admitted I'm a Kendrick guy, but I have removed my bias.
Yes. You removed your bias, huh?
Oh, I have. Because even then, I said the tie, I give to Family Matters.
Yeah.
And Euphoria.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Family Matters is actually really good. Mm-hmm. But also, it's like, just when Kendrick came out with Meet the Grams, I literally was talking with some of my homies back in Denver. They're like older than you. And I told them, think about this question when you first listen to it. Is it possible there could be a diss track almost as or more disrespectful than No Vaseline?
Could it ever be one?
Yes. Could there ever be one? Because Meet the Grams is like I put No Vaseline in terms of disrespect right here. Meet the Grams is like right here, dog. Like just the fact of that first 16 seconds, Kendrick literally talking to a dog is talking about, man, I'm sorry, Drake's your dad. You know, it takes a man to show someone how to be a man. You know, his dad should have wore a condom. Dang.
I mean, I'm gonna have to listen to it because I haven't. I've only heard like the first little bit of it. Like it's a clip. Somebody played a clip of it.
I was like, ooh.
And I was like, okay, all right, I
see.
Yeah,
and then that Not Like Us, literally, it came out yesterday. They were bumping it in the clubs like last night.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I mean, I think everyone is just fucking hyped for it because we haven't seen a battle between like two top tier like artists like this in a long time.
Now, of course, though, you know, the whole.
Somebody said that they thought that this beef was just whack. They're just like, this is whack. It was on a Instagram page. Somebody was saying, was it Joyner Lucas and I forget who was it that Joyner was beefing with? It was Joyner Lucas and somebody else beefing, and they said that battle was better than this.
Logic was the last one I could think of.
I don't remember if it was Logic or not. But I like Joyner Lucas too. Like Joyner Lucas is a good rapper. Mm. His newest album is pretty decent. You heard it yet?
Nah, I don't really listen to Joyner, if I'm being quite honest.
He got a song called "Still Alright" with Twisted. It was pretty dope.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know. I like Joyner Lucas. Like he's a good artist to me. He can rap for real. Like he ain't on no bullshit rap. Like he can actually rap. Yeah. So I give him his prop. He's good.
I feel it. I mean, I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting. Well,
Kendrick got it though.
Yeah, I think so.
Long story short, Kendrick got it.
Well, got anything else, or you want to wrap up?
Oh, we gotta talk about these playoffs, dog.
Oh yeah.
What is?
Well, game 1 last night of Minnesota, Denver. I had to record it, so I caught a bit of it yesterday. I mean, I didn't really see too much to critique anybody on. It's game 1. It can go either way.
Oh, you gotta watch.
No, I saw a bit of it, like enough to tell him, like, okay, I see why Minnesota won.
Anthony Edwards, man.
He's a monster.
Showing out.
Yeah,
like I've been talking about Ant all season, and last season.
But let's be real here.
Like he's been when he got drafted, I was like, oh yeah, this guy is gonna be serious. I was like, give him a couple years. Like he already has all of the physical tools. I was just like, once he gets a couple years under his belt, like he's gonna be legit. And I mean, he's proven me right so far.
But let's be real here, though. Denver is arguably the most well-oiled machine in the league right now. So they're gonna bounce back. They will.
I don't know.
They're gonna bounce back.
I mean, I'm not saying they fitting to get swept, but I mean,
they're definitely not gonna get swept.
Like, I think that Minnesota can match them.
Oh, they can. Now they can.
I think that's gonna be. I think they're the only team.
I'll put it to you this way: last year's team, no.
In the West.
This year's team, yes.
Yeah, they can match them.
Yes.
Well, not even so much now. Like, you got to think about it because homeboy ain't 100%. Jamal's not 100%.
True.
But even when he is, it's like Ant and him can go back and forth.
Exactly.
And Joker, he got Cat and Gobert.
Yeah.
That he got to deal with. Now, Gobert offensively, yeah, Joker is stepping on.
Oh, yeah, but
defensively,
Gobert is the only one that'll bang with Joker.
Oh, yeah. Like, he'll get in there. So it's just like, you got to deal with that. And then offensively, you got Cat. Cat can shoot from anywhere on the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, is he the most athletic big? No, but neither is Joker.
Exactly.
But they both kind of have the same intangibles. Like, they can both shoot,
Now, well, let me say this before we get to that. Look, I ain't gonna make no excuses. Clippers lost.
What do you mean?
Well, like people always want to talk about, Kawhi wasn't there. I'm like, bro, Kawhi hasn't been there the past 2 years. I accept.
I mean, why the Clippers lost? Honestly, it wasn't Kawhi. It was
yes,
James Harden.
Yes.
James Harden, man, you disappoint me, dog. Like, I was thinking that you really was gonna come here and you was gonna do the right thing, sir.
Crazy enough, that first game, man, he tricked us. He tricked us with that first game.
Man, what was that, game 5? Yeah, like single-digit points. I'm like, come on, dog. Like, you can't do that.
Well, the only problem I had with that game 5 was I didn't like the amount of defense that the refs were allowing the Mavericks to play. But as soon as we looked at Luka wrong, it was a foul. That was the only problem I was having.
Well, they do that with they say that Joel Embiid is gets like all of these crazy whistles when he shouldn't.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you act like they don't do that for everyone else. I'm like, Luka gets a lot of whistles that
and it's only and they were only allowing it because Luka complained. And I'm like, bro, so you're protecting this nigga now? Like
Luka does get a lot of bullshit too.
Yeah.
Like where he will get called foul and he didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I mean, he gets both.
Yeah.
So I mean,
but still, that was the only thing that bugged me. But other than that, we lost.
I mean, it was just as simple as Dallas just had the healthier team.
Yeah, I mean, they wanted it.
They played like they wanted to win.
Oh yeah. I mean, we've beaten Luka every time in playoffs. He had to get at least one.
I mean, I think that the Clippers, Paul George played like he wanted it.
Oh yeah.
But outside of him, I mean, that is everyone else was just kind of like, we're gonna play good tonight, but the next game, I'm taking a break.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, you can't do that, bro. Like, you gotta go hard all series. And I mean, I think the games, like everyone likes to, y'all lost because Kawhi. I'm saying no on that because look at the games that he played in.
They lost. Terrible. Yeah.
But they lost.
Exactly.
Because the team defers to him way too much.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, you're putting all of the load on this guy whose body can't handle it.
Exactly.
And I'm like, on top of that, it's like, yeah, he wants the ball all the time, but at the same time, you should just be like, nah, bro, like you can't handle it.
Exactly.
It's like Paul George is perfectly capable of holding it down.
Also, too,
and he did hold it down.
Paul George needs to stop taking these crazy contested shots.
I mean, who else is going to shoot it?
Bruh.
It's like, you got to at that point. I mean, no one else is doing anything. So it's like, fuck it. I'm about to just.
Exactly. And I guess everybody else step it up.
Yeah, it's just
plain and simple. Step it up,
man.
So, we'll see what happens next year. But
I don't know how that's going to work.
Oh, yeah. I don't know either. But
PG ain't got no contract.
Exactly. Unless he opts into that final year, which I doubt he's going to do.
I think that James Harden, I think they gave him the extension.
No, not yet.
Or they're going to.
Yeah.
They're going to extend.
Well, they're waiting to see what happened with Paul George.
Well, his extension isn't going to be as worth as much.
Yeah, well, he wants a supermax, but
who?
Paul George.
A supermax?
Yeah.
How he gonna get a supermax? They just gave Kawhi
an extension.
Supermax.
No, not a supermax, an extension. No.
They gave that nigga how much? He got what, like 150?
I don't think that much.
I think it is 150.
Let's find out. 3-year contract extension.
Yeah, 3 years.
52 mil.
Oh, 50 mil. Yeah. No. Is it? No. 150. Because next year he's gonna be getting paid 50. Then he's gonna get paid 50 for the next 2 after that. So yeah, he got $150 million for 3 years. Sound like Supermax shit to me, nigga.
Fair enough.
Well, I mean, you don't like, because I think about it. If he gets a Supermax, if it would have been a 5-year contract, that's what, another 100 on top of that. Yeah. So that's that $250 million.
A little Paul George trying to get, which I quite frankly don't think he's worth that.
What, 250?
I don't think he is.
That's what he's asking. 250 for 5.
Yeah, I don't think he's worth that, to be honest.
Nah, I don't think so.
Because I mean, when you really look at him, like, he's there more than Kawhi, but let's be real, he gets hurt just as much too. So I'm like, you're about worth this a little bit more than Kawhi. I'll say that much.
Well, I mean, if Kawhi signed 150 for 3, that's basically the same as 250 for 5.
That's true.
So I mean, if he gets that, that'd be the same contract.
If I'm PG, I'm just opting into that final year.
Well, that's the thing.
Well, because here's the thing.
Well, they're trying to bring them all back. They're trying to bring James. They're trying to keep Russ.
Yeah.
And they want to get PG to sign back.
Yeah.
So how they gonna afford that?
Exactly. So
somebody gonna have to go. Well, Russell stay because I mean Russell just signed for a bit.
Yeah.
I mean he don't really care about money anymore. Yeah. He just wants to play on he wants to compete.
He wants to be in LA too. So now here's my thing. Say Paul George does leave, and the 3 speculations are Philly, Orlando, and a return to Indiana. Cancel out Indiana. He's not going to go back.
Why not?
I know he's not going to go back.
But why not?
Well, for starters, I really don't see him leaving, to be honest.
They have a good team.
Oh, no, I agree. But I'm more so going off
he'll be able to compete.
Again, Eddie, I'm not saying they don't.
No. I'm just saying. I'm saying that Paul George at this point in his career, I think he would go back to Indiana just because he'd have a chance to compete.
But at the same time, though,
Orlando they're still a young team.
I really don't see him leaving LA. Because why would you at this point? You're already there. Everybody wants to be in LA, New York, or Miami.
Why would he leave? Let's be real here.
But think about
he's trying to get paid.
But think about everything he's doing now.
What about it?
Basketball, the podcast, your family is in LA. You really gonna leave at that point just for money? When you know you can make it elsewhere, being in a prime destination like LA.
They got kids to feed. A wife.
You don't think he can feed them with the amount of money he's gotten already?
That ain't gonna last forever.
Hey, look, that's why he got Podcast P, dog.
You bugging.
I'm telling you.
When you got a wife that look like his, that spend that kind of bread like she do, you can't just be on a podcast, a podcast salary, dog. You need to do something.
Hey, look, some people make it work, man.
And LA ain't cheap to live in.
Oh, I agree.
At all. So, I mean, hey, he gonna need all he can get. Because you got to think about it. Paul George, this is probably like the last contract that he's gonna sign.
Oh yeah.
So it's like he's trying to get as much as he can get now, because after this one, it's gonna be like maybe not veteran minimums, but it ain't gonna be no max contract. This is probably the last max contract that he's gonna be able to sign.
Yeah, true that.
So I mean, I understand why he wants to get as much as he can while he can. I get you. But I mean, if LA ain't trying to give you something, then I mean, hell, you gotta go where the money at.
Oh yeah.
If that's what you want. You want a max deal, you're gonna have to go where the money at, because LA ain't got it, homie. They just gave Kawhi 150, and then they trying to re-sign you or extend James, and keep Russ.
Truth be told, if I'm Clippers, I'm telling James, you need to take less than PG. You didn't show up.
James, how much is James Harden talking about? He want a max deal too?
I don't think so, but still,
that's why he left Philly, because he said that he was like, "Oh, I was supposed to get the max."
But it's like
dog,
nigga, you're not showing up.
You didn't earn a max contract.
Exactly.
I can see why Daryl didn't give it to you. You didn't.
Now, of course, you should have got something, but not as much as you want.
Right, you shouldn't have got a max.
You got to show up, dog. And PG at least has been showing up.
Yeah, it's like you can't give him that bullshit no more about playoff P. Like he didn't earn that now.
Mm-hmm.
He is playoff P now. So he earned that.
Oh, 100%.
So I mean, this is not just this year. I mean, it's been like the last few years he's actually showed up in the playoffs. So I'm like, you can't, playoff P is a thing now. He earned that.
Yeah.
So I mean, you should give him something. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna be getting the 250 for 5.
Yeah.
They might be able to do like 200 for 5.
Yeah.
Which is still decent.
And then Ty Lue has said he definitely wants to come back.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Which I mean, hey, to all them Lakers and
so they gotta pay him
Suns fans that were talking about, oh man, we going for Ty Lue. Lakers, y'all honestly, I'm glad he's not going to Lakers. You know why? Look at this Darvin Ham situation, for example. Whenever it doesn't work out for the Lake Show, hang on. Let me finish.
Don't do that.
Let me finish.
Don't do that.
Let me finish.
I know what you're about to say.
No, yeah. All I'm gonna say is this: when it doesn't work out for the Lake Show, they always have to find a scapegoat as to why it didn't work.
Well, I knew you were gonna say that. But that is valid to a point.
Here's my thing, though.
To a point.
Darvin Ham is not the only one to blame. That's my point.
He's a big part of it.
He is.
For those of y'all that don't know, Darvin Ham, throughout the early, or I'd say like maybe the middle part of the season, this nigga had like 6 different starting lineups in the span of like a month or 2. Yeah. Like, how the fuck do you expect to have any like cohesion on the team?
Any chemistry be built?
Fucking switching the lineups.
Oh no, I agree.
You had D'Lo, who's arguably, I'd say, like the 3rd or 4th best player on the team. You had him on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who does that? So I'm like, I understand why y'all fire him. Because, I mean, that was some crazy shit right there. Like, you don't switch the starting lineup that frequently. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That is, your team is not going to be able to gel if the damn lineup is different every night.
No, I agree.
That's insanity.
But also, my problem is, too, look at everything else. For one, Le GM, Rob Pelinka, them 2 are to blame as well.
Le GM ain't Le GM now.
Oh yeah, he's trash now.
I'm like, I'm
not saying he's a trash player, because let's be real, a 39-year-old had to carry that team.
he ain't wielding the same kind of power that he once did, because it's like he used to.
I'm looking more at Rob Pelinka now. Like, nigga, you're supposed to be the GM. Like, start GMing something, nigga. Like,
I mean, he I don't know. I mean, I think Rob did a good job. He does a good job at spurts.
Yeah, but
like the trade deadline last season, he did really good.
But to sit here and fully blame Darvin Ham just sounds a little crazy. He's not the only one to blame, bro. I do agree. he was a terrible fit for that team.
Sure.
Yeah, but he's not the only one to look at in terms of why they
I just
lost.
think that their roster in general is not enough.
Well, plus also too, nigga, why don't you have a true center so AD can slide back down to the 4?
They do.
They weren't playing him.
Exactly. That now you're seeing what I'm seeing.
But also too, though, you really going to depend on Jackson Hayes?
I mean, he's going to be filler.
He was.
He's just there to be a body.
All I'm saying is, like, think about when they won that Mickey Mouse Clubhouse championship.
Right.
Who was the center?
With Dwight, I think.
You should have just got Dwight back. Or heck, you could have even got JaVale McGee back, dog.
Well, Dwight was coming off the bench.
Exactly.
I think JaVale was starting.
Well, you could have went and got JaVale McGee back, and it would have at least did something, dog.
Well, I mean, JaVale, I think he's good where he at.
Yeah.
I think he's cool playing in Sacramento. He's got a decent team. I mean.
But my point is, though, it's like, nigga, like, whoever they get as their coach, because I think they're talking about JJ Redick, and that's what LeBron wants him. Look, bro, if y'all still don't get it done,
no, JJ Redick there's a lot of people trying to get it.
Oh yeah, but still though, all I'm saying is, if y'all get JJ Redick and it doesn't work, don't blame JJ Redick only, especially if we can all see that team is still trash.
I just think this is the roster, bro. They're gonna have to do some restructuring. I think right now, honestly, it's the cap, like the money.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it is.
They're paying.
They have no money.
They're paying Anthony Davis a lot. Bron's making a good bit. You know, after that, I mean, they got a few. Well, I think they gave homeboy Hillbilly Kobe. I think.
They had to extend him though. He earned.
I don't think they extended D'Lo yet, but I think that they will.
You think so?
I mean, why not? I mean, he's been good.
You're just gonna have to tell him before every game. You don't drop at least 20, nigga. You cut. He plays better under pressure.
He does.
But also too, it's like I've been saying this lately. I'll say it once more. I think a lot of these teams need to start learning from OKC and Denver. It is okay to take these younger guys and build them up. It's okay to do that. The Lakers need to finally learn that. Hey, think about it like this.
They were doing that until Bron came.
Exactly.
It's like you can't do that when you bring in someone like a LeBron James to a team that's already got a lot of young talent. Their timelines are not the same. So you got to put people that's on a similar timeline.
Yeah, but also too, though, like they have had a history of, we're the leg show. Everybody wants to play for us.
Well, you got to think they gave away a lot of players.
Exactly.
To get AD.
Yeah.
Because when Bron came, they had a young core. You had Lonzo, Brandon Ingram,
Julius Randle.
Who was the? I think Josh Hart was on that team.
Josh Hart. Yeah.
They had like a.
Was he?
I think so. Because he was in that trade with to get Anthony Davis. I think he was a part of that trade.
I think so.
Because it was like Josh Hart, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, and somebody else. They gave up a lot of shit to get Anthony Davis.
Yeah. So I don't know, man.
I don't think they should have traded for him.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, his contract was up at the end of that year. I'm like, he could have just came to y'all for nothing.
Exactly.
Because he wasn't gonna stay in New Orleans.
I mean, realistically, too, it's like, yes, you got a title out of it, but it's like you said, like, why'd you give up all that when his contract was about to be up?
The facts. Yeah. I'm just like, you should have just let his contract expire, and it's like he was gonna come to the Lakers anyway because that's where he wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, y'all gutted your team for what? So, I mean, and everyone's like, well, they gave up a bunch of nothing. That's like, well, I mean, Brandon Ingram's playing good. Josh Hart's
he
doing really well.
He kind of regressed this past season though, but also too he was coming back from injury.
He regressed
a little bit.
No. His numbers went down, but you got to think his numbers went down. He's playing winning basketball. He's not going to be taking all of the shots when you got Zion back in the
No, that's fair. That's fair.
You got CJ McCollum there that's still relevant, and he's going to be doing his thing.
That
like they're
speaking of that team,
Troy Murphy killing them with 3-pointer
bombs. Do you think they are going to change up some stuff for this next season?
They have to.
What do you think is going to change?
They have to. I think that they're going to try to get
because I think either McCollum or Ingram is going to be gone.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
I think they're going to keep them. They're going to add. They need a point guard, like a real point. So I think that they're going to do that. They're going to address that situation somehow. I don't see them getting rid of McCollum or Brandon
unless it's deemed absolutely necessary.
Yeah, I don't think they.
That's will. More so what I'm thinking.
Because I mean, CJ's been doing well.
Oh yeah,
he's been like their go-to guy when Zion isn't on the floor.
Oh yeah. Also, that's another one that they need to look at. Like, yeah, Zion, just keeping him on the court.
He actually did.
No, like he did a lot better this season.
Yeah, he played like 70-something games.
It's like year. I said, like, why are y'all going so hard in that game against the Lakers? Y'all can beat the Kings and just take this game off. Unless it was really there to where you could get the dub, even then.
Shit, they would have. If Zion wouldn't have got hurt,
exactly.
Won that game.
Exactly.
I think Zion just, Zion was already kind of, that hamstring had been an issue like majority of the year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it wasn't like a new thing, but it was sustainable that he was able to play.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, he played 70-something games this year. So it's like he did well. I mean, you saw it mid-season. He dropped a lot of weight.
Yeah.
So I think that he's going to be good next year. I think he's going to come back and he's going to be ready. At least I hope he is. I mean, that would be. I don't think that they would necessarily trade Zion. Part of me actually thinks that they would, though, for real. If we being honest.
Oh, I think so too.
It's just like if there was something out there that would give them a sizable return on him, they probably would do it.
Oh yeah,
for sure. What you thinking about this Cleveland-Orlando series, though?
Well, for one, let me check who won today.
Yeah, I was about to say how they played today.
Oh, it's over. Cleveland won.
Yeah. I kind of figured they would.
I mean, hats off to that Magic team though. Like they got something.
Yeah, the Magic got they got a nice little core down there.
Yeah, because I mean, Paolo dropped 38 points, 16 boards. Hey,
niggas be sleep on Paolo, bro. I'm just like, y'all need to stop playing with that. Man.
Meanwhile,
like,
Donovan Mitchell went 39 points, 9 boards, and 5 assists. Like, hey. They got something over there. Both teams do, but...
Oh, yeah, because they're talking about Donovan Mitchell may not stay in Cleveland.
I don't see it, to be honest.
Why would he leave? Where is he going to go?
Wants to go to New York. He's been trying to get back to New York.
He don't fit that squad.
I agree, but
I don't
now let me ask you this, because there's been speculation about Devin Booker trying to go to New York. Will you take him more? Will you take him more? Him or Donovan?
Donovan.
I agree.
I think I would take Donovan.
Because I'm like, here's the problem.
I mean, Booker has the size.
Yeah, but you see what he is, and he's not going to get any better.
His numbers ain't good enough.
Yeah.
Like Donovan's production is way better.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I would take Donovan Mitchell over Devin.
Yeah.
I mean, Anthony Edwards was being nice. In that interview talking about, Book been the best 2 guard in the league for the last few years. And I'm just like, said who? Who said that? Who said he was the best 2 guard in the league?
One of the best. Yeah, the best.
I'm like, I don't know about that. The best? Because Donovan Mitchell's a 2 guard. I think Donovan Mitchell is better than him. If we're talking
technically, Paul George is a 2 guard now. Technically,
he always has been.
No, he's
either 2 or 3. He could do both.
In Indiana and OKC, he was a small forward. With us, he's been a 2 guard.
Well, yeah, because you got Kawhi.
Exactly. So I'd argue he's been the best 2 guard in the league.
Well, I mean, he played 2 in Indiana.
Yeah, for a little bit, but he was primarily 3.
When they would put him on the floor with Lance Stevenson.
Yeah, Lance was the 2.
No, they would swap them.
Oh, yeah.
And then they would have, even in OKC, he was the 2. Him and Russ were the backcourt.
Well, yeah. Well, sometimes. Especially when they got Carmelo. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, after Carmelo got traded or he left.
Yeah.
Because when the season, the 3 of them was there, he was the 2.
Yeah.
And then,
but Carmelo primarily he's played the 2 his entire Clipper stint.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I'd say he's been the best 2 guard for the past few years.
Yeah, you remember we had that talk back in the day about who's better, Devin Booker or Paul George.
It still comes up, and I think it's interesting. I'm like, bro, we're talking about a dude that's almost 7 foot and can do what he can do. Like,
I would take PG.
Oh yeah, Devin. So hey, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, I think Devin. I don't know. I think I've heard it talks about him wanting to leave. Do I think Phoenix would trade him? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you heard me say I thought they should have traded him before Mikal Bridges.
I bet you they probably think. Well, yeah.
Here's what I'm saying, because I had a good talk with Charles about this. If you had an opportunity in that trade to get KD and Kyrie, and all you had to give up was Devin Booker and majority of your picks, would you do it?
You said KD and Kyrie for Devin. And
majority of your picks.
So basically what they gave up for Bradley Beal.
Yes.
Essentially.
I'd do it in a heartbeat.
I'm taking that. Yeah.
Because let's be real. Because let's be real here.
I'm taking that. Yeah.
As soon as you got rid of Mikal and Cam Johnson, your defensive presence was gone. It was vastly gone. And on top of that, you needed somebody to back up CP3.
Mm-hmm.
Or potentially, all right, CP, you can take a back seat. Kyrie got it.
Yeah.
And now you're stuck with 2 of the same player and a great but aging Kevin Durant.
Honestly, I think that they fucked up getting Bradley.
Yes.
They could have just kept KD and Book and
got a point guard finally.
They had Chris Paul. He was still there.
I agree.
So they should have just left him there.
Heck, you should have kept Cameron Payne too. I get it. He's not the best, but he does enough.
Yeah. He did come off the bench and give him good minutes.
Yeah, so I'm like, bro, the problem is Ishbia
just went all in.
He had the hot hand too quick.
He just went all in trying to get anything.
Yeah, he turned into Jerry Jones.
He's just like, oh, you
that actually wants to spend money.
You're available? Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, so
the Bradley Beal thing didn't make sense to me. I'm like, why would you do that?
I'm gonna give some free game for this next season. If I'm the Suns, I'm just going to force Bradley Beal to the bench because I want him to get pissed. So that way he waives his no trade clause, and then I can send him wherever he wants to go and at least get some assets back.
Yeah. I mean, Bradley Beal, in the playoff this year, was just like,
non-existent.
No, he was there for what was it, game 3?
Oh yeah, but after
he
that,
had like 20 something.
Yeah, but after that, nope, nothing.
Game 4, that nigga
wet
had
the bed,
like 9 points. I'm just like, dog.
Forgot how to play basketball for a minute.
Like, come on, man. I'm like,
problem is, he's one of them. He got too comfortable.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Think about how long he was in Washington. I mean, yeah, he was making money, but let's be real here. He wasn't playing competitive basketball until Russ got there. For real.
What you mean?
Well, and back in the day with John Wall.
I was about to say, when
in between those stints, he got comfortable.
Shit, him and John Wall were like...
Oh, yeah, they were killed.
Yeah, they did well.
But let's be real here. He got comfortable.
That was why they were saying something about John Wall might come to Phoenix.
He should have.
Because I don't get why they didn't get Bradley Beal was going to try to get him to come there. Because, they need a point guard, and it's just kind of like, why not bring him?
Yeah. But, I don't know. There's a lot of moves that are going to happen. But
I hope they don't trade.
you hope KD doesn't ask out?
I don't think he will. But
he will if it's deemed necessary.
He will if Devin Booker leaves, then he probably will.
Unless they get something.
Because, I mean, Devin Booker, they wanted to play together. So they made it happen, but I'm like, they just didn't put enough around him to well, I won't say that they didn't put enough around him. They put the wrong pieces around him. So I don't know. I'm curious to see what kind of moves they make or what they try to do. Let's see who else we got. Boston, they probably gonna wipe out whoever is next.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna say this, that they need. They're not gonna necessarily need to beat Cleveland, but if they want to win, then they're gonna need a big homie to get right. Porzingis. I hope it's not serious. They're saying it's just a calf strain or something.
I would definitely just keep him out for the first 2 games.
It's just to keep him out until you need him. Because I mean, you don't want him to overdo it, and
I don't want another KD situation.
I don't think it's his Achilles.
Yeah,
because he was walking on it.
Exactly.
So I'm like, I think he might have, because he had some fucking was it the kinesis tape, kinesiology tape on it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was already bothering him to begin with, and then it looked like he twisted his ankle. Because he was like trying to move his feet, and he's like, you saw his foot go like this, and then it was just kind of like, think he might have rolled his ankle.
Yeah.
And then he tried to come down the court, and he made a move, and then you saw him just kind of stop, and then he just passed the ball, and then he was just like, hey, I need to come out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I hope it's not anything crazy, because they're gonna need him. But Derek White is on some shit. Like he
on a tear.
Derek White is on some shit. Yeah. So I mean, he's gonna be enough to help Jalen and Jason.
Yeah, who you got? OKC Dallas.
That's gonna be a good one, man.
Truth be told, I got it going 6 or 7 games. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, for sure.
I just don't know who to pick.
I would say OKC because of the depth. But who is gonna guard Luka?
Jalen Williams
and Kyrie. It's like you can't. You can only stop one at a time.
If I'm OKC, I'm putting Lou Dort on Kyrie.
That ain't it.
He's a better defender than Shea.
Yeah, but he's also big.
I'd still.
Kyrie is gonna have that man on sticks.
Yeah, but let's be honest here. You're gonna have to put Jalen Williams on Luka.
Why not put Dort on Luka?
You could. Yeah, I think you could really interchange.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with
Dort.
I'm with
put Dort on Luka.
Yeah. Okay.
And I mean, who's gonna guard Chet? Derek Lively?
Hey,
come on.
Oh, I gotta say to that. Good luck.
They could say Lively or Gafford. Gafford's been pretty solid for them this year.
Hey.
I don't know.
We'll see.
That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. Anyways, Take us out, man.
All right, shit. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, listen to us talk shit like normal. Definitely gonna try to get some footage at this GotSole coming up.
Yeah.
Make
sure to follow the Old Head and the Youngin podcast on social media.
Oh yeah, make sure you do that and engage with us, man. You can talk some shit. We'll talk shit back.
Yeah.
Especially with this basketball stuff.